Start with the choke. Well, there you go. Hey guys, welcome back. So in this one I got my hands on this Sabre by John Deere. I didn't even know these were a thing until a few weeks ago. I saw one on Marketplace, and since I saw that one, it seems like I've seen 50 of them. But I think it's like all the other brands. They John Deere makes a version, and then you get like, you know, your off-brand, like the John Deeres that you buy at Home Depot that aren't really John Deeres. The guy I bought this one from told me that this was an actual John Deere, and I wasn't sure if I believed him, and I'll tell you why. This is what threw me off. I thought that all the John Deere mowers had cowies in them, and I may be wrong about that. I don't know. But the thing that makes me think maybe he was telling the truth, the back of the seat here, that's a local place. It's probably about 45 minutes away from me. And Southeast sells nothing but John Deere, and they've got like the big combines and, you know, right on down, but I didn't know they sold this kind of stuff. And then down here, I don't know how you can see it, but the bottom there it says manufactured by Deere and Company. So I don't know what that means, but I think maybe he's telling the truth. But I don't know if you guys know anything about them. Let me know in the comments. I think it's a real John Deere, but either way, for what I paid for it, he said that he got it from his uncle and he used it and it was fine, nothing wrong with it. And then his uncle bought a new zero turn and gave him the one that he was using, so he parked this one. He said that, I'll tell you how he explained it to me. He said, you can shoot some gas right in there and she'll run. So, I don't know. We'll start from the beginning like we always do. Check it for spark and see what we got. I'd like to believe him that it's probably just a carb issue, but we'll get set up and see what we got. Make sure we got fire and maybe throw some gas in there and see if she wants to run. But let me get set up and bring you back in. Alright guys, so I got the battery charging. I don't know. It's got a battery in it, but I don't know if it's any good or not. He's got the seat safety bypassed. I don't know if you saw the 12 foot of wire laying under the seat, but so I've got the clutch safety clamp down here. So I want to get the plug out and see if we got any fire. So, here's what we got. Doesn't look bad at all. In fact, kind of makes me nervous. Looks like somebody put a new plug in it trying to get it to run. Let's see if we got any fire. Oh yeah. I got a good spark. So, well, we got it out. See if we can get anything out of it. Ah! She runs. Sweet. So, I guess that brings us to that. So let me get all that, all the covers off, and we'll start working on the carb. I'm sure she's gonna have to come apart. I don't know how long it sat. He didn't say and I didn't ask, but I'm sure I will. Obviously it needs some attention. So give me a minute, let me get all that off of there, and we'll pick it back up. Alright, so we're in some pretty rough shape. Got some cleaning out to do there. I got the carb off. Looks about as bad as you would expect it to. Let's go over here and check it out. Yeah, she's in bad shape. But hopefully we tear into it and get her cleaned out and working again. I'm a little worried about that. I may have one, but I'm not positive. But anyway, let me get you set up in the tripod and we'll tear into it and see what she looks like. Give me just a minute. Alright guys, so I wanted to kind of halfway spray it off so we could see what we're looking at here. I don't know, man, this thing's pretty crunchy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all the way apart. Well, let's get the bowl off at least and see what we're working with. Sorry, I'll get it in a second. She's not happy. I don't know. She might come back in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's see. Alright, so let's grab some light because I can't see anything. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep it away from the camera so don't mess anything up. See if I can find a little fatter. This one's a little bit fatter. See if we can make any progress with it. Of course the shoulders are too wide. Alright guys, let me find something I can get down in here with and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, you're probably not going to be able to see, but the jet, it's bad. I couldn't get it. I got it almost all the way out, but it's binding and rounding, so I just can't get it out. So what I've done, I've kind of just taken, you know, this junk and blew through it. The needle and seat were actually in pretty good shape. The needle was clean. So that's functioning. I've got what I think is flow through the carb. So I mean, worst case, I'll just order one, but I want to try to put this one back together and see if she'll do anything. But yeah, let me get this back together. I'm gonna do a little more cleaning on it. The bowl. It's pretty, right? But yeah, I'll get all that back together and we'll come back and get it thrown on and see what she does. Give me a minute, guys. Alright, so I got the carburetor put back together, put back on. I've just got a line running to a bottle. So you can see it up there. Because I don't know what kind of shape that tank is in. So I don't want to run any bad gas through it. Not that I have any high hopes that this is going to work anyway. I couldn't get the jet out, but cleaned it as best I could. So I don't know. I got some gas hooked up. Let's see what it does. Start with the choke. There you go. Alright, so she's smoky, but judging by the looks of the carburetor, I think it's been sitting for quite a while. Runs smooth though, kind of surprised. So, yeah, I was worried about the little electronic valve on the bottom of the carburetor. I should have thought about it while I had it out, but point is, the purpose of it is when you turn the lawnmower off, it shoots up and blocks off any more gas from flowing in. So I think that's malfunctioning, which may be why we got that giant backfire in the beginning. But I'm going to keep playing with it. You screw it right off the bottom without having to take the carb off again. So I may take it off and just play with it, see if I can get it freed up, running a little smoother than it is. But yeah, all in all, I'm tickled. I'm gonna call it for tonight. Go over see how long of a video we got. But yeah, not a bad deal. It runs pretty good. I think the more we run it, the more it'll clear out. I blew all that crap out of the fins and all. I say all of it, as much as I could get out, but it looks a whole lot better than it did. So I just want to get it outside and run it some more and see if it's going to clear up on its own. And I also want to see what kind of shape that gas tank is in. At least drain it and put some fresh fuel in it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm going to do another video on this. I want to address the deck, make sure that everything's doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm almost positive it's going to need a belt, but I just want to make sure it runs and moves and does everything it's supposed to do before I get into all that. But yeah, I will see you on the next one, guys. I appreciate it. Bye. Alright, guys, this is the next night. After I quit last night, I went in and ate some supper, came back out and messed with it a little bit. And I noticed, I just kind of wanted to add this because it didn't even occur to me. Before I started messing with it, I did check the oil. And by check the oil, I mean I pulled the dipstick out and made sure there was oil in it. So when I was running it last night after I came back out, it sounded pretty clacky. And so I shut it down and went to check the oil again. And the crankcase was full of gasoline. Now, when I took the carb apart, the needle was in there. I mean, it didn't just fall out. I had to grab it and kind of yank it out. But I don't know if it was that or if it was that electronic solenoid on the bottom of the carb that we were talking about. Either way, it's running much better. I flushed it out last night. I drained everything out of it. I put about a quart of oil in it. It takes a quart and a half. I put a quart in, ran it for just a minute, drained it again. I let it drain overnight. Then I came out here tonight and put some good oil back in it, and it fired right up. It's running much better. It's smoking way less. I think a lot of that smoke was coming from just stuff that's all the trash that was in it. It was actually blowing little embers out of the exhaust, like pine cones or trash, or not pine cones, pine straw. But anyway, I'm lucky that I didn't, just grenade the motor last night, because I didn't even think about checking it to make sure that, there was no gasoline in it. But just something to keep in mind. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I just wanted to add that at the end, maybe save you from having to replace a motor. But I will catch you on the next one, guys, and I appreciate you hanging out with me.